Las Vegas Raiders at the Washington Commanders. It's also Sunday at 1. Commanders favored by 3. Jaden Daniels is legitimately day-to-day.
Legitimately day-to-day.
And I believe it was Rap Sheet theorizing, it's probably going to be Mariota to give Jaden Daniels a week. So we could do a without Jaden Daniels pick here, but we're looking at a potential Marcus Mariota revenge game against the Raiders.
Yeah, I think I was assuming that Jaden Daniels is probably not playing in the game.
This is, by the way, this is a huge game for AP voter Sam. Brock Bowers versus Jaden Daniels. And it looks like Jaden's scared to compete.
Brock Bowers went out there last week and gutted it out through an injury.
Now, he was limited yesterday with his knee. But,
he
Bowers
strapped it up.
Bowers, who did have
he put on the knee brace and went out there.
One first-place vote for Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. You know that he's going to gut it out and play.
That's what he did last week. That's what I would assume he's going to do this week. We'll see if Jaden Daniels does the same thing.
Justified, Sam. Justified. What are you looking for in this one? A couple 1-1 teams here.
Yeah. I want to see if Geno Smith can bounce back. I mean, that was as bad as he's played in a long time, and I think you have to give a ton of credit to the Chargers defense for that. That defense looks stifling. It looks, extremely good and able to cause problems for anybody, and it put Geno Smith into an absolute nightmare.
You wouldn't write Geno off, right?
No, I would never do that, and if I did, he wouldn't write me back.
He would not write back.
Point is, he can't have that game again. I mean, he needs to come back and show that was a one-time thing, and he needs to show that was the Chargers' defense more than that was him just being bad.
I mean, I'm on year 3 of saying, hey, when you have a guy like Geno Smith or Baker Mayfield or whoever that had less success early, and in Geno's case didn't play for almost a decade, and then comes into play, you're waiting for the wheels to fall off. And there had been games where Geno wasn't great, but that might have been his worst game.
That's what I'm saying.
As a starter, like his absolute worst game. So, yeah, that's not him. That's not him. He'll be better.
Yeah, he needs to this week.
I think he has a chance to against Washington.
We saw last week what happened. I mean, the Packers just went after Marshawn Lattimore. And they were doing it with Dontavian Wicks a lot. They were just rolling anybody out there and attacking him. The Raiders should just go, okay, let's see how healthy Lattimore is. We're going to run Dante Thornton right past him, play one, go deep, 50-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. I think the Raiders have a chance to play much better offensively, and I want to see if they get their run game going. You're still sitting here with Ashton Genty getting very little room to run, which is, by the way, it's a quirky stat, yards before carry, because I think speed backs create their own yards before carry.
It's not perfect as a stat.
Yeah, but that's also not Genty, right? So guys like David Montgomery probably don't ever have great yards before carry unless you are legitimately in an awesome run blocking system like Detroit, or you have run blocking like Detroit. So Genty's never going to create a ton of yards before carry on his own, but he needs a little bit more room here than what the Raiders are creating. And so I think they have a chance to be a little better against Washington this week. So that's where I like the Raiders' chances to have a much better looking offense this week against Washington. And then, look, Mariota had one start last year. If he is the guy playing, he looked great against an awful Carolina defense. But he looked good, and just like golden age of backup quarterbacks here, if Mariota had to be your long-term, if he had to start for an entire season, he'd be okay to hold his own, and I think he is going to be okay to hold his own in a one-game setting here as well. Hey guys, real quick, only 40% of our viewers are actually subscribed, so let's change that. Hit that subscribe button, and now let's get back to the action.
Yeah, and stylistically, he's the type of quarterback where they don't need to change the offense with him coming in. They can still run the short yardage stuff with Jaden Daniels and Marcus Mariota doing the same thing. It's like they don't have to junk entire aspects of the playbook with Mariota in the lineup. So that's, I think, always a positive thing for an offense if they have to turn to the backup.
Commanders right tackle Josh Connerly.
Yes.
Remember Aiden Hutchinson had the run of backups that he had to face? This is like the opposite for Connerly, where week 1 he had the Giants, where you have Burns and Thibodeau and Abdul Carter. Last week, Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary. This week, Max Crosby.
Yeah.
It's a tough run.
It is.
For a rookie.
Very tough run.
Moving from the left to the right side for the first time in his career. So just something else to keep an eye on. Max Crosby still looks legit, man.
Oh, yeah. Dude, he was dominant. I mean, like,
playing
it didn't do
hard.
any good. It didn't do any good against the Chargers because they were just better everywhere else. But Max Crosby had multiple plays where he was just like in the backfield, destroying, detonating the play like immediately. And I mean, he forced the fumble late in the game effectively that ruined, or looked like it was going to ruin the game for the Chargers. The only reason that fumble happened is because like you're busy concentrating on the exchange, only your eye is caught by the fact that Max Crosby is here at the time. That's not a good thing.
So yeah, neither team has scored a ton through these first couple weeks. I think both offenses, the Commanders' offense, they had a lot of trouble getting anything going against Green Bay. Scored a touchdown late, and that was with Jaden Daniels. I feel like Green Bay is just such a defensive juggernaut right now through 2 weeks. You know, how much is them? How much of the team? They held the Lions to 6 points outside of garbage time, and the Lions then went and dropped 55. So how much do you criticize a team going up against the Packers the way they're playing right now?
Yeah.
So the Commanders had some trouble, and then the Raiders, they found a way to win against New England, scored 20 in week 1, and then, they struggled on Monday Night Football with any sort of sustained offense or explosive offense. But that's the Chargers game too. Like, the Chargers are playing some really good defense right now as well. So both teams, my point is, the Raiders and Commanders may have faced the two best defenses in the NFL in the Chargers and the Packers.
Remember that game cost Washington Austin Eckler for the season?
Yeah.
So you're going to see an absolute ton, I would think, of Bill Krosky-Merritt, what he can do with, I mean, they'll obviously rotate as well, but I would imagine he's going to be pretty close to a bell cow running back at this point. They're going to have to lean on the rookie and I think see what he can do, and he's been dynamic so far when given opportunities.
Next-gen stats from Geno Smith this year. 9 of 26 on 10-plus yard throws for 219 yards.
He was like 0 for against the Chargers.
And 0 for 12 last week. So he had 9 completions against New England. 0 for 12 against the Chargers with 3 picks. So something's got to give there, somewhere in between those two performances for Geno Smith. Commanders favored by 3 against Vegas. I'm assuming no Jaden Daniels.
Same.
I think if Daniels plays, I might take Washington, but I'm going to lean Raiders here. Where are you going to go with this one?
I'm going Washington either way. I think it's comfortable if Daniels is back in the lineup. Even if he's not, I think they win and cover.
I'll take the Raiders again. I took them against the Chargers. What was I thinking in hindsight? I'll take the Raiders, though, to keep it close. Harry will take Washington as well.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video.
Check the Mic is live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.
And the all-knowing algorithm is convinced you'll also like these videos, and who are we to argue?